Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Brave Diamonds and I am Natalie, the maker and creator behind the brand, and welcome back to another episode. So today's episode is going to be kind of a little bit of a pre-market video. So I had a market last weekend and I posted the vlog on Monday, I think it was. So that was the market that we had over the weekend at the venue in Aiken. And I got invited to do another market this Sunday, which is tomorrow, at an event called Going to Galentine's. And Going is spelled Goghinng, and it's going to be at Rally Point Grill in Evans, Georgia. And I was really excited about that. It's a very affordable table fee. I think it's like $20. And the good thing is Evans, especially right after church, there'll be a lot of families driving by, but unfortunately the forecast is calling for rain. So I kind of made a few things. I didn't sell all that much at the last market, so I really didn't have that much inventory that I needed to make, but I still wanted to make a few more, replace some things that sold, and just make a few little odds and ends here. But honestly, I'm planning to go and just see how it is. I have a tent and I'm trying to do something maybe with the back of the car, and because I have a Yukon, and so I was thinking of opening the trunk and having the tent kind of go over it and making some kind of display out of the back of the car. If that makes any sense, it would be very last minute, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull something together. And it may end up that I last minute have to figure something else out, but I've spoken with the organizer a few times, and it's been quite a process for her to get this thing set up, and she really does not want to cancel if she doesn't have to. So let's see. We'll try and see if I can have a market or not, but no promises, no guarantees. I will let you guys know. You will see a recap or or some kind of video discussing what happened. But I thought I'd just jump on here and show you guys what I have made over this week. Excuse me, I'm a little sleepy. I've been really tired this week, guys. I don't know why I've been so tired, but I really have been extra tired this week. And I think it's just all kind of catching up to me a little bit, the late nights. So this will not be a very long video, but we're going to get into it right now. So when I got home, believe it or not, with all that prepping and the long day that it was, I still wanted to crochet some more. And I had promised my son that I would crochet him an alligator. And so I got the pattern called Ace the Alligator, and I'll put it up here. Let me see. I thought I had the pattern sitting next to me here. But anyway, so I made one, and then as I was making it, I know this sounds really bad, guys, but I kind of forgot that I had promised it to my son, and I priced it and put it in my. So I have my bag here of the stuff from the market, and I haven't unloaded it because I thought if I'm going to be doing this market this weekend, I'll just leave everything in there and just have it ready to go. But as I have been making stuff, guys, I have been so good, and I have actually been tagging them and entering them into Square as I finish them. Can you believe that? What a good job. And so I didn't want to have another repeat of a late night cram session tonight or last night or anything, just to be ready. So anyways, so here is the one that I made my son, and it's so cute, guys. And I bought some of this, what is this, the Mystical Greens, in the greens color from Bernat, and I got this at Michael's. It's one of the things that I bought. I did not do a yarn haul for that video. I did buy some things, obviously, but I didn't buy too much stuff because there weren't any sales. The Yarnormous sale was over, and I didn't have much of a discount, so I bought maybe like six things of yarn, hardly worth doing a whole show about, so I didn't do a yarn haul for it. But this green Mystical was one of the things that I bought, and he turned out really cute. And this is his eyes. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, it's kind of like a yellow. I don't know if you could see it, if it's reading really well on camera, but anyway. So this turned out a really good size, and I used a 6.5 millimeter hook. So I bought this, where is it? Okay. From Michael's, because I have a hard time finding 6.5 and 7. So this they had, and I actually really liked this hook, you guys. It was just their Michael's brand, and I don't know if you could see, but it's kind of like an inline, but it's kind of like a kind of cross between inline and taper. I don't know if you can see that very well, but um, yeah. Whoop. So it's I really like this. So I don't know if you guys are there. It's got a nice hook. I think this part is nice and long enough, longer than some other ones. And I think this was a good hook, but the only thing was I felt like this was still maybe just a little bit big. I'm kind of a looser crocheter, so I tend to have to go down in size as opposed to a lot of people having to go up. I tend to be loosey-goosey with my stitches. I learned early on that it was much better to be, for me, to be relaxed when I'm holding, that when I'm using crocheting or knitting. So I tend to have a much more relaxed grip, and therefore my stitches are looser, and I end up having to go down. But that's fine by me. So, but as I finished and put this in the bag, then my son comes, "Are you finished with my alligator?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to give that to you, wasn't I?" I'm like, "You don't want to let mommy sell it?" And he said, "No, that's supposed to be for me." So I said, "Okay." And so that I gave it to him, and I made another one. This time I used a 6 millimeter hook, and these eyes are gorgeous. I don't know if you can see how gorgeous and beautiful they are, but these are Stacy Makes eyes. These are some of the surprise eyes I got, or the mystery eyes that I got from her Patreon group, the Eye Candy Club. But as you can see, there's quite a size difference in the two. Oh, and he asked me to add on this mouth. Oops, look at that. There's something that's stringing here. Anyways, this mouth here is not part of the pattern. He asked me to make gums and teeth. So I did the best I could with some. I just kind of, I did like a chain in this pink yarn, and then I joined the white yarn just right into the chain, and just did some, what do you like, double crochet, single crochet, and chained off, and then would come back down, and then I did some decreases to try and make it a little jaggedy. So, you know, he really, and then I sewed it on, and he really liked that. So, but and then he asked me to do it for some of his dragon, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again. Sorry, honey. But yeah, so anyways, so that's what I made, two Ace the Alligators, and these are really fun. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see the way I'm holding it, but this actually came out much smaller than this one. This one's much bigger. And it's just a half size. I used a 6 millimeter hook for this one and a 6.5 millimeter for this one. And the difference to me is crazy. Honestly, I priced it at $38. That's when I had this one, and I thought that was a good price for this because it wasn't that difficult, but it was such a big size. So I thought 38 was good, and I still think 38 is good for this size right here. One of my hairs is on it. Anyways, so this one does have the special eyes. I wanted to save those eyes. They're just so beautiful. But anyway, there's that. Two Ace the Alligators. Then I sold 3 out of 4 of the Stingrays, and the Stingrays is the Teresa's Crochet. It's a free pattern. I think it's on Instagram, but I use a tutorial, and I watched the tutorial and I wrote down the instructions so I could redo it another time. So I did 4 more, so now I'll have 5. And so I did this one, and this is using the Adorable and Parfait Plush colors. So I did one in this kind of greenish bluish color, and then I ran out of blue yarn, but I used this kind of medium blue color, and I didn't have enough to do the tail, so he has no tail. He's not really a stingray. He's just a ray, we'll call him. And then I did these two. So I did a pink, and then I did this is more green. But so I did those, and those are $10 a piece. Okay. Very easy to do. Very quick and easy pattern. I just did a whole bunch of the white bellies, and then I got out the other yarns and I did those, and it takes no time at all. The other free pattern that I used was a new one that I've seen a lot of people making, and it was the tiny dino, I think it's called. Anyways, I'll put it up here on the screen or up here. And here is one, and I did this in Parfait Chunky, and it's just so cute and little. Now, I had started working on one in the, oh, these are $8. Just this little one, because it came out so small. This really, I was thinking this could go on a swing. And so I might make a few more and just put them on a swing. And that way I could get maybe $12 or maybe even $15 for it. But I had made one, oh, here it is, while I was at the event at the market last time, and it was coming out real cute. But then when I did the spikes, they were all off center, and so my daughter is going to take it. So this is made using this Sweet Snuggles light, and I think it turned out cute. I haven't put a smile on it or anything, but if I were to sell this size, it would be at least $12, maybe 15, but probably just 12 because it's very simple to do. But his spikes came out a little off center. I don't know if you can tell, but then my daughter, I asked her if she wanted it. She said yes, so we're just going to do that. Just going to give it to her after we even the ends, but we'll do that. So then, let's see. I had also got this pattern. Hank the Hippo. It's one of the fancy pants from Stacy Makes, and I had been wanting to make this, and so I did. And it came out so cute. Look at it with his overalls. What is it about animals and overalls that is just so amazing and so precious? Is it because I like live in a rural area? I'm particular to this, but I don't know. So here he is, Hank the Hippo, and this is using Sweet Snuggles Light. And it was very easy pattern, not difficult at all. And I have him for $25. He is going to the market. Okay. Let's see. Then I had to remake some ducks. So I sold a yellow duck and a mallard duck. So the pint-sized Pal's duck. Uh-oh. So I remade those. And here is the yellow. This is the bright yellow. This is, oh my gosh, why is it coming out kind of brown on screen? I cannot handle this yellow. This is a very, very vibrant yellow. It is like the summer squash Parfait Chunky color. And this Parfait Chunky, it is so soft that it is a problem because it's almost like disintegrating. So you almost can't use this, but it's so pretty. And I did the eyes in a very pretty blue color, sparkly blue. And again, I just use a glitter paper, use a paper punch, and cut it out. And that's how I use that. That's how I do my glitter eyes. I use the ones that they come with the eyes because I just buy them in bulk on Amazon or Temu or whatever has a better deal. I buy them in bulk, and then I just use. I don't always like the colors that it comes with, so I just buy my own glitter paper and make my own glitter discs, I guess you could say. So that's what I did here, and it's hard to tell with the plastic on the eyes. I like to leave the plastic on just in case they fall. Let me get it out. But it doesn't do a good job showing you the beauty of their eyes. So there you go. See how pretty? And again, this is a very bright yellow. I don't know why it's looking almost brown, but it's extremely yellow. All right, so there's one. And then I did the mallard. Whoop. And again, it's coming out very dull, this green, but it is a very bright green. I can't remember the name of this color, but it is a very bright green. And then for the eyes, I used like a golden brown color. That was one of the discs that came with it. But I thought that was very cute. So, and these are both for $18. I think the size, I'm pushing it a little bit with that price, but they do have a little bit of work, so All right, I'm gonna put these right here for now because they're gonna go in this bag up top. I made a couple more of those dumpling cats that I had showed you. We talked about that. The name of the pattern is like No So Kitty or something. It's from Plushico Patterns on Etsy, and it's just a cute little cat pattern, and I really like it. It's not, it takes almost no time. I want to say like 30 minutes tops, like tops, if you're just taking your sweet time and not rushing. But I had made one in brown, and that one sold pretty quickly, and so I made two more. This time, hello, I made one in black and one in gray, and they are super cute. And I have those at $12 a piece. Although I think I can maybe get a little more, but uh, the way that it sits is just so. To me, like it reminds me of a little. I just call it a dumpling. It's a dumpling. I don't know. That's what I think of, so that's what I called it on my square. But it's just cat, no so kitty or no so cat, something like that. Plushie coat. So let me see what else do I have here. Okay, so I got invited to a Chinese New Year lunch, I guess you could say. In our town, there's two Chinese restaurants. Actually, they're right across the street from each other. And I go to one. It's called China Express, and the gentleman that runs it's a very nice guy, and he invited me to a Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year lunch or meal that they're having. So I decided to make a little gift, and I made this little Chinese lantern. This is a sweet softies pattern. Um, I've seen Christine from What's Up Cupcake channel make these for her Lunar New Year market. And so I went on, I like Sweet Softy's YouTube channel too. I think she has a tutorial for this, but it's supposed to have a tassel. I haven't done the tassel yet. I didn't know if I wanted to make it in this yarn from Parfait Plush since it was so sheddy. I'm going to look for maybe just some worsted weight yarn to do a tassel on the bottom. And as you can see, I tied off, and so there's like kind of a knot right here, and I don't like that. So I may do another one. This didn't take hardly any time. Um, but yeah, so I made that as a little gift, but because I thought it's nice to take something when you're invited. And then let's see what else. I did a couple of keychains. I'm almost done, guys. Sorry, somebody's driving by. It's always family. We live kind of on a family compound, but if somebody's going by, it doesn't happen that often, so I have to look outside and see who's there. Oh my gosh. My son is out there running around in his underwear. He's got a shirt on, but he's got like little boxers on, and I'm just like, oh, we're out in the middle of nowhere. It's just got friends like a cousin and his sister, and they're out there. It's what do I do? Do I tell them to put some clothes on? I want to, but then again, we're out in the middle of the country. It's really okay. The dilemmas, okay, of a city girl mom living in the country and trying to say, oh wait, do I have to worry about that now, or should I care about that, or should I let him be? I don't know. Anyways, guys, let's move on and talk about keychains because I made two more keychains. And here they are. And it's just a little heart. I might make another heart. These are both free patterns on Instagram. I will link them below. Oh, and another thing, for my pattern links, they're going to be in a Google Doc. Right now, I don't have anything fancy, but I just have all the links there. And so I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Is just making a Google Doc. That way I can just add on to it. And so if you see any patterns that I've talked about even in the past, they'll be on there. Okay. So anyways, these are going to be $10 each. Okay. Now, almost done. I have one possum to show you. Now I've seen Robin do this with a QB crochet pattern, Robin on Knotting Hook Crochet, so I thought I'd do it too. I do have a sitting possum pattern that was a crochet by Jenna, and it gets a lot of attention, but I think because it's like in the $30 price range, it doesn't nobody pulls the trigger on it. And so I thought about doing this one. This is $15. I have it because it takes very little effort. But now look, it's the wrap pattern, and I just changed the colors. Robin, she She mentions how she does the color changes, and it's really very easy. And I put a pipe cleaner in the tail so that I have bought like a pack of pipe cleaners here like this, and I thought I could use it for some amigurumi, and this was perfect. So now I can bend the tail, and I can maybe even pose him where he's hanging. So I might do that. Although it doesn't bend that well, I might need to use a stronger wire in the tail. But anyways, so he's so cute though. He you can bend it so that it will hang. Anyways, see, it's bendable, and so I thought that could be cute, a little more interactive, a little more fun to play with. So he's kind of cute if you like possums. But he's $15. I'm gonna add him to my little pack of rats. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to show you is something that I started and I never finished. I did mention that I had started it, but I never showed you guys. And this is the Darth the Dragon Splitter from Snuggle Beans, and I am finished. And look how cute. Now, a small tale of woe is that I accidentally did the shorter body pattern, which is okay. I usually like to do the longer one, but I just wasn't paying attention to the page that I was following, and I was following the shorter body page. So that's what I ended up doing. But usually I do the longer body shape, but that's okay. And here he comes. Look how cute he looks. He's so cute. And the eyes, again, my glitter paper eyes, just a light blue. Looks so good. Oh, I love the way, and this is all Sweet Snuggles light yarn in the pink, peach pink, I think is what they call this color. It's like a salmony orangey color, and then a light purple. I don't know the name of the colors really, guys. Light purple and dark purple. Okay, and that is it. And I did. She has the option to do like this kind of spiral horn or just straight horns, and I wanted to try the spiral horns, and it was kind of fun. So I just think Art Shannon's pattern's just the best, and I'm going to start another dragon pattern and another spluter pattern. I don't know which one. So anyways, that is my last make that I have to show you, and I guess it wasn't that much, but it has only been a week. So I've got some other things on the go. I'm making eclectic scribbles, a monster pattern. I'm making one of hers. This one with the long arms, standing swamp monster, I think it's called. And so I have it right here. I'm starting it. I just have little ears and arms, and I'm getting started on that. And so that's a fun make. And then I want to start making this sloth splitter, I think. I don't want to make the fire horse. I really want to make that fire horse. I have not purchased the horse pattern. I have the zebra, and I downloaded the mod for the horse, but now I think she has some specific horse designs, and the fire horse has some different elements that are a little something. But you know, you can also just play with the colors and play with your own creativity. And I've also got some ideas for some patterns. I've been trying to come up with some ideas that are different, some pattern shapes and structures that I don't see a lot of. And so I'm working behind the scenes on some of that. And that's just what I'm doing these days. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of rambly, scattered, noise to background video. I can hear my kids arguing in the background. I think it's time for me to go tell my son to put some pants on. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And I will come back on here and let you guys know how the market went in a separate video. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my makes for the week. And let me know in the comments what you're working on. Please like this video, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Those of you that have been watching and tuning in regularly and leaving comments, it just brightens my day so much to see that my videos are actually being watched by people that are, not reminded to by me in person, because that really just means that we're growing here, and we are. And I really am excited to see what the future will hold for this channel. But we're going to keep plugging away and posting videos, and I'm going to keep talking to myself in this room, to this phone with all my plushies. And I hope you guys will tune in and watch the next episodes and the next videos. But thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for everything. And please leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you in the next one. As always, be sweet and God bless. Bye.